Hello, this is part 2 of the Dolores Huerta portrait done in the pop art style. We had just recently finished painting her face with the spray paint can. And so what we're going to do next is we're going to touch up around the edges here of her hairline because the spray paint can brush overflowed here. So what we're going to do is we're going to hover over that and enlarge so we can get in there and see that a little bit better. And then we're going to change to the paintbrush. We're going to change the color down here in the color swatches to black. And we're going to, let's see how big this is. That's way too big. I hover over this so I can see how big the circle is going to be. And so that means I need to make this a little smaller. Let's take it down to about 20-ish. Still too big. We want it to be about the thickness of a hair strand, so we're going to kind of keep hovering over this to see 7. 7 might be okay. Yeah, 7 should do it. So then what we're going to do is we're going to draw in some hair strands. To cover that back up. This will take a few minutes. We mostly want hair strands over the ear here, and then we're going to go solid around the outside of the ear, around the face. So we're going to do the hair strands here. And you want them to flow. You don't want them to be straight. You want them to flow like hair does. Sort of like that. And then we'll go ahead and make this a little bigger. Let's try 34. Yeah, like that. And then we'll make this a solid black. Oh, we can make the opacity 100%. And then it'll be a nice solid black. So we can fill that in. And then here around the ear. Be careful. Take that kind of slow. We're going to go all the way around the neck here and all around here. So we're going to get a little bit bigger brush when we go here and then around here on this side as well. So I'm going to pause the video so that you guys can have some time to do that. So I've filled in her hair so it's nice and dark black. I don't have any grayish areas. And I've used a thinner brush size to fill in some hair strands here, and I filled in some darker areas over here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to fill in her eyebrows more over here. So I'm going to enlarge the face so that I can see the eyebrows better, and I'm going to enlarge my brush a little bit more. Nope, 33 is way too big for that space. 22, maybe I'll take it down to about 19 or 20. And I'm going to fill in the center of the eyebrow. Because remember, graphic design work is about efficiency. And so I'm going to fill in the center of the eyebrow here. And I know that doesn't look good yet, but it will. I'm going to Then change this to a marker and a smaller mark. And now I'm going to, oh no, that needs to be an even smaller mark. Let's take it down to like a 2. And then I can get really small marks so that it looks like the hairs that you would see. I'm going to enlarge that some more though. There. And now I can make it look like the hairs of the eyebrow. It's a little bit pixelated because it's so big, but it'll look good when I zoom out. So you have to be patient with this. This is not something that you can do quickly. But I fill in the center of the eyebrow so that it's that could be fast. But then I go in and I do the like the outer areas of the eyebrow like this, so it looks like the hairs of the eyebrow, because I don't want to fill in the entire eyebrow this way because it would just take way too long. So let me zoom out so you can see what that looks like. So there you have a more realistic eyebrow. So that's how we're going to do the eyebrows. I'm going to pause it so that you can have some time to do that, and I'll fill mine in and I'll come back. Okay, now that the eyebrows are done, we're going to keep that black marker out and we're going to outline the upper lash line, and we're going to put in a black pupil. So we're going to hover over the eye here and enlarge it so we can see better. We're going to, let's see, I think I want, oops, I put a dot there that I didn't want there. Got a ghost mark. Let me see how thick this line is. 2 is not quite as thick as I'd like it to be, so I'm going to make it 5. So I'm going to show you how to make it exactly 5. I'm going to hover over that and make it exactly 5 so I don't have to mess with the sliding it back and forth. And then I'm going to very slowly and carefully go over this eyelid line. Might take you 1 or 2 tries. Whoops, my mouse didn't cooperate, so I'm going to try that again. Control Z. And try that again. You have to be patient with yourself. Oops, it's a little crookedy. Maybe I can live with that. We'll see if I, oh, nope, I can't live with that. Control Z, let me try that again. I need to breathe. The more relaxed you are as you draw these lines, the less jagged they will be. Of course, drawing with a mouse is just no fun at all. If you have a stylus, it's easier. Okay, I can live with that, because when I zoom out, it's going to be okay. And then I'm going to zoom back in and do the other one. And right now we're just working with the top. We're not going to do the bottom lid because it looks weird when we do the bottom lid. I've tried it both ways. I don't like the bottom lid. It's just too much. And if you think a 5 pixel sized line thickness is too much, you can back it down and make it thinner if you want. Maybe try a 4 or a 3. You could do that. Ah, that's better. Okay, for the pupil, what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the line the thickness of the line, and we're only going to do 1 dot. So I'm going to go to, let's see, 11's not quite right. Let's try 14. I think 14's going to do it. So I'm going to just make 1 dot. Click. That seems about right. But then see, on this eye over here, it's too big because this iris is smaller. than this one. So I'm going to back this down to maybe about the size 12 and see if that does it. It might do it. We'll see. And this eye isn't open quite as wide as that one is. So for me to get it in the right spot, it seems to need to go there. Let me back this down and see. Yeah, one of her eyes is open a lot more than the other. That'll do it. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to the brush and go to whatever we're going to get like I'm going to use the pink that I used in the hat to put a little bit of pink on her lips here. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to make the opacity about 20–25%. And I need to make the thickness less than 30, I think. Probably about 20. And I'm going to enlarge this so I can see what I'm doing better. And then I'm going to put some pink here in her lips. That seems too much. I'm going to back down the opacity a little more. There we go. Just a little bit of pink. There we go. That's softer. Now I need to make my brush size smaller. Always remember to adjust your brush size. You have the capability to do that, so use it. Okay, almost there. And then don't forget about the lips that you can see, the parts of the lips that you can see inside of this part of the megaphone. There's just a little bit of the lips in there. There, now we're going to scroll out. Oops. And there we go. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to decide what color for the shirt. So you can do a couple of things. We already have three colors. We got black and pink and green. We can add one more color because we can use 4. So I think I'm going to add purple. But what purple do I want to use? I think I want to add something that's not already here. There's my mouse. So I'm going to go to the plus, and I'm going to pull this little square over until the box turns purple. But I think, do I want a red violet? No. I want a blue violet. And then, do I want a deeper purple? I think I want this one because I want it to be nice and bright, because it is pop art after all. And then I'm going to go to, I'm going to try something with this paint bucket. Let's see if I'm right about... I can do that.